Dave has the flu, so I've popped together another couple of videos rather than the expected tour trip, which will be coming soon when he's back on his feet. I've just come back from a couple of days and 500 miles in the depths of Wales, because I went anyway. Why not? I booked the time off, which gave me a great chance to stress test the new Chigee AIO5 play for BMW, which I've done a separate explanation of, so check my other videos. The weather was not ideal for a lot of it. The unit was used for extended periods of time on the bike, with around 6 hours of on-road riding each day. It wasn't off-roaded, but a lot of the roads were single track. The summary, didn't miss a beat. The connection worked fine, GPS worked fine. I was happily listening to music, replying to texts from my wife, using just Siri on my Cardo Pack Talk, and navigating using my route app with around 15 waypoints each day without issue. I left the unit attached to the bike in the pouring rain overnight to make sure it wasn't affected, as the R1250 GS has great rain protection, which meant it didn't really get much exposure to it when actually riding, because it's protected by the fairing and the screen. The unit did appear unaffected by being sat in a very wet environment all night, and fired up just fine and worked all day the following day without issue. So some tips and observations I picked up on the way, which might be useful to any potential new owners, might answer a few questions for those of you that have them. If not, feel free to ask them in the comments and I'll go and have a look and come back to you. Setting up the audio is really easy on it. The Chigee doesn't actually connect directly to the audio. It uses CarPlay to control whatever device the phone is connected to. This is a Cardo Pack Talk in my case. So for a robust setup, I've disconnected my phone entirely from my bike, which does mean you lose route logging in the Connected Ride app, but you still have that functionality from the SatNav app you use or the Google app on your phone if you enable location logging. The Cardo Pack Talk is then connected directly to the iPhone, and the iPhone is connected to the Chigee. A top tip for you, make sure it's properly fixed in. The fixing is quite tight, so it's quite easy to think it's fully locked in, but it isn't. If you see the little red line at the top of the GPS mount, it's not clicked in properly. I found the first couple of times I fixed it, the fit was tight, but it is now snug. It's loosened up just a little bit. Another one's not obvious. To be able to use the jog wheel with the Chigee, you need to tell the bike to switch to it rather than controlling the TFT. If you've not heard of Garmin SatNav that's connected to the bike or on Nav 6, this will be new to you. Rather than controlling the TFT with the jog wheel, in the top left of the TFT you should see a little TFT nav indicator when the Chigee is fitted. To switch to controlling the nav, hold the menu up button for about a second and you should see the indicator switch. To get back to controlling the TFT, just press the menu down button. Simple. The jog wheel can now work with Chigee. One further tip though, really important one, this related to it. Enable vertical scrolling in the Chigee. This is found under settings on the main Chigee screen. When this is enabled, scrolling the wheel up and down moves the focus between buttons on the Chigee. Pushing the jog wheel left acts as a back button. Holding it left acts as an exit button. Pushing it right acts as an enter button. The final trick is if you press the indicator cancel button, this will call up Siri, which is a super powerful thing to use on the bike and has been a bit of a game changer for me in ease of use. In reality, now I have the audio sorted and Siri working properly, I barely touch the jog wheel. Either using the Siri button on the Cardo or pressing the indicator cancel and then letting Siri do the rest for me, which includes texting my wife, changing music, navigating. The touchscreen also works excellently with my Climb summer gloves, so it's also sometimes easier just to give it a tap. I'm going to do a separate video on great apps to use with CarPlay on a motorbike, so this is a fairly short video just on the Chigee because I'm conscious all I really did was the unboxing and then about 20 miles in it, so this was a lot deeper use for the weekend. It's certainly got me converted, and as these devices seem to be taking over bikes, much like they've done with cars, I think they're going to be pretty prevalent on the market soon. To summarise, nothing to give me any kind of concern about the longevity of the Chigee on the bike. Worked well, stable in operation, robust, took a soaking overnight and continued to perform well. The apps were very stable, the whole system stood up to 2 heavy days touring with absolute ease. That's my summary, and hopefully see you again soon.